Let's also tell you that the 7th Nigeria Diaspora Investment Summit is underway in Abuja. The summit will establish a platform where diaspora investors can interact with potential sponsors, partners and business owners looking for investors, collaborators and government officials. They will have direct roundtable deals for mutual benefit. The summit aims to bring together diaspora investors and people seeking investment opportunities in Nigeria. Business owners will also have the opportunity to showcase their business proposals to potential investors and government agents. And to talk about this, we have joined us, right from there, our correspondent, Perpetua Fasomi Peter. Perpetua, bring us up to speed so far. What's the summary of today's event so far?
Thank you so much for that. Well, it's the 7th Nigeria Diaspora Investment Summit, and just like you rightly said, it's all about letting diaspora Nigerians know the available opportunities in country where they can invest in. And of course, looking at that, this is the 7th one, and the theme for this year is adapting stability through diaspora investment, navigating the path to prosperity. So far, we've had several speeches. We had a goodwill message from the President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, who was ably represented by the Secretary to the Government of the Federation. And for him, he talked about available, sectors where diasporans can actually invest in. He talked about the oil and gas sector. He talked about so many other sectors. And one thing that was really important that he talked about was the fact that the government realizes and also understands that security is a challenge. And he also said that the government has been doing a whole lot in that regard to ensure that security is worked on and security, is made to be better in Nigeria so people can willingly and freely come down to invest in the country. Apart from that, some other sectors were also highlighted as sectors that will be needing investment, talking about agriculture, talking about healthcare, talking about fintech, and we've had several pitches. We have Nigerians here who have businesses in Nigeria who are pitching their businesses also to these diasporas, letting them know that there are businesses where they can invest in, telling us what the books look like and what they want. And we've also had very interesting questions from these diasporans in return who are saying, okay, yes, I would like to invest in your business, but I need you to answer this, and that question. And of course, I want to believe some deals are being signed right now, even as we speak. And apart from that, it's also interesting to know that there are diasporans who are also looking at not just investing in some of those businesses, but also having their own businesses. I mean, when we talk about diasporans, we're looking not just at diaspora remittances. That's a good one. Nigeria makes a huge amount of money from that. Though we're also looking at foreign direct investments. We're looking at, knowledge transfer. These are some of the things we're looking at, and I want to believe that this is a good platform for that to happen. But of course, I have right here with me a diasporan who already has a business in Nigeria, and so it's in the healthcare sector. His name is Dr. Joseph Olowe. Dr. Joseph Olowe, please come.
Good afternoon. Good afternoon.
Yes, good afternoon. So tell me, many people would want to know, why would you live where you are and then think of coming to Nigeria to invest?
Well, when you look at Nigeria, Nigeria is a place to be. Looking at 220 million people that can buy your services. So that's a motivation to come in. And the area we are trying to solve problem in is what is needed the most, which is healthcare. And we're trying to kind of move away from when people get sick to seek preventive care. And we believe that it's what Nigeria needs, looking at our infrastructure in health, which is nothing. Driving preventive care is the best way to go.
All right, so talk to me. We're in a situation in Nigeria where we're seeing the challenge with cost of living crisis, and that, of course, is taking money away from consumer wallets. I'm just wondering, how has business been so far?
Well, the most important thing to tell you is that it's good news right now that Nigerians' mentality are changing. So, well, yeah, it's affecting us a little bit, but I want to tell you that that mentality is changing. People are actually seeking care to know what is going on in their body, knowing their number, want to know what their blood pressure is, want to know what their genotype is before they get married. All those little mistakes that we made before, we're really seeing an upsurge in people wanting to know what is actually going there, but because they cannot afford to be sick.
Okay, so away from talking about health now, generally speaking, as someone who is investing in Nigeria, what are the biggest challenges you're facing? And then while the representative of the president was speaking, he highlighted some challenges, and it was interesting to hear him say that these challenges are also being taken care of. He talked about reforms, he talked about CNG, he talked about, so many things. So I wanted to combine two things here for me. The challenges you're facing, and has there been any reform of government, whether it is subsidy removal or whether it is floating of forex, that has sort of contributed to making sure that the business environment is better for you?
Well, in the area of power, like I told you, we were really struggling with diesel costs. But moving to this Band 8 thing has actually helped our business in such a way that we're able to reduce our diesel consumption. The electric bill went up a little bit, but it's kind of offset from about 1.6 million naira every month to about 300,000 naira now, both diesel and the electric bill. So those initiatives, maybe it's not the same for every other business, but for our business, that has been a plus. And to be honest with you, in the area of kidnapping and all that, we're not hearing more about that now. People will say because you're in Lagos. I do travel quite a bit by air and by road, and pretty much it's been safe when I do travel. And I don't travel with escort and all that. People say, oh, we can afford that. But no. But don't travel when it's late. Don't travel when it's risky. When you know that the roads are going to be too empty, to go in convoy, travel with people, you will be able to find your level. Granted, the challenges are still there, and the government is doing whatever it takes to make sure that that gets taken care of. So it's a place to come and call home and to come and do business.
All right, that's interesting. I would like you to talk to us about maybe some things you would like the government to sort of work on. You've talked about how being on Band A has been able to save you over 700,000 naira per month, because initially you were spending a lot on diesel, but now you spend less because there is always electricity with Band A, and so you're not spending that much. But apart from that, are there other sectors you think the government needs to work on so that the business climate will become better? I mean, it's surprising to hear all of you diasporans say beautiful things, while when we talk to Nigerians, they are complaining. I mean, what's the difference?
Ability to see opportunities. What I would just like for government to do, if it's possible, we've done businesses and been invited by other countries like France, Qatar and all that, is to work on what is called a soft landing. When you work on a soft landing by industry, then you're able to kind of attract people that want to come and invest their money here. But if you make it easy for them, soft landing, helping with incorporation, making their coming in back to Nigeria a little bit easier, I believe the government can come in that area and actually create a program that will address basic need of people that want to move back. And I believe if they do that, if they're able to provide that cushion, more people will be able to come to Nigeria to do business.
All right, thank you so much.
You're welcome. Thanks for having me.
All right. Well, there you have it. I guess you heard what he talked about. I don't know why, but these diasporans, they seem not to see the challenges that, Nigerian businesses are saying. Wow. That's interesting.
Absolutely. Thank you so much, Perpetua Fasme Peter, reporting live from the 7th Nigeria Diaspora Investment Summit. Thank you once again, Perpetua.